Hey there guys, welcome to this episode of Landlord Go, and this is not going to be a complicated episode. All we trying to do is upgrade our properties. So I think we have the international transfer, but we're going to sell it, so we're not going to invest anything in that. And New Banaras Dairy Farm, so let's look at this property. So the upgrade cost for this property is 1.3 million, and it's going to get to level 2 after 1.3 million, but we only have 1 million in our bank. Let's look at these upgrades down over here. So the CCTV is going to generate a 5% additional revenue and is only going to cost 1 coin. But before we upgrade the property, we have to decide if we want to keep the property forever or not, because it does not make sense to upgrade a property if we are not planning to keep it forever. Now, if you look at the revenue ratio, this property over here is valued at 4.5 million, but it generates about a million in revenue. And this property over here is valued at 1.1 million and it generates about 200k in revenue. So and this is with the upgrades, by the way. So I think it makes sense to upgrade this property. I'm not so sure if I'm going to keep the property, but the cost for upgrading is really cheap. I mean, it's just 1 coin for each of these upgrades. It's not really that expensive, so I'm going to try and do this upgrade over here, and then this upgrade over here, and this one as well. Last 2 to go. Last one over here. So now we have a 25% revenue bonus, and you can instantly see the profit has gone to 235, which was 197 or 196 before. So we have got a 25% bonus in New Banaras Dairy Farm. So we're not going to sell that property now, and it's worth 1.1 million. Not changing the worth, but changing the revenue that is generated from that property. Now let's look at some other properties, maybe Apurva Pure Veg Restaurant, and the upgrade to this is going to cost 1.6 million, so we can't really afford that upgrade right now. And the upgrade to this is going to cost only 1 coin each, so let's just do all the 5 again. So before the upgrade, I think it was at about 245, 250, I'm not so sure. But after the upgrade, okay, so this is at 254 right now. Let's see if all 5 upgrades is gonna help make this revenue go up. Nothing happening, maybe because I have a really slow connection, because I'm not on Wi-Fi anymore, I'm on mobile data, so maybe nothing's happening because of the slow connection. So yeah, as you can see, it was a slow connection. So we have moved from 254 to 312,000 in revenue for that restaurant. And maybe let's see if we can upgrade some other property, maybe Venkatesh Dry Cleaners. And this upgrade over here only costs about 715,000, but there is additional shareholder to this property, which is a guy who has 52 shares. And I'm not so sure this guy even plays the game anymore. If you go in over there, I only need about 25k to buy all the shares that he has. But the thing is, I don't see anything moving in his portfolio. I mean, it's been about 3 or 4 days, but he's at the same level. He's at level 2. He has 2 properties, and his value of the properties hasn't changed at all. So I don't think he's playing the game. So if I have to bid something, it's going to cost me coins, and I'm not so sure about wasting coins on a bid that may not go through. So 742 and 52 with him, and this property is a 1,000 shared property, so we'll be having 948. So if we buy the rest of the shares, we'll still have 948 shares of this property. So is it a good idea to upgrade the property before buying the shares? Absolutely not. And what about this? This costs only 1 coin. Again, it's going to give me additional revenue, not going to increase the value of the property. So I think I will do this first. Let's just finish the parking and then the Wi-Fi facility. What's this? Okay, it's the rest area. I never saw what that was. And the last one is for the disabled. So the revenue will go from 61k to, it's gone up to 76k. So that's the improvement we've got, and let's just look for this property and buy the rest of the shares and then upgrade the property, because if we upgrade the property first, the rest of the shares are going to cost us more. Let's just go ahead and buy the property first. It's Venkatesh Dry Cleaners, remember that. Let's go into the shop and service. It's not available for some reason. Why is it not available? I mean, is it because of the poor network? I think it's because of the poor network, because I'm at my home location. I'm not at my agent location, but the properties that it's showing is from Mumbai, which is where my agent is. It is not my home location. So it's just taking some time to load because of the poor network. My Wi-Fi is back again, I guess. My phone is trying to connect, but I'm not so sure. Okay, so my network is back up again. Let's go to the properties tab, and we wanted to look for Venkatesh Dry Cleaners. So let's go in over there, turn off the agent because we don't need the agent. And it's still not updating for some reason. Let's turn on the agent once and turn him off again. Let's turn the agent off now. And here we have all the properties, and we also have the Babulal Bichar Bhai Zaveri property, which we are really interested in buying all the shares, and 969 shares of those are still outstanding. We own 31 of the shares of that property. So let's go to Venkatesh Dry Cleaners and buy the entire property. It's going to cost me, I don't know, about 206 shares for about 99,000. So that's really cheap. Let's buy all those shares. Let's go to the portfolio, and it's going to take about 19 minutes to finish that. So we can't really upgrade the property unless and until that is finished. So let's look at this one here, Taposh Tutorials, which we hold about 406 shares. And if we upgrade this, it's going to cost us only 1 coin. So it's going to give me more revenue with just 1 coin. So let's just do that. We need more revenue from all kinds of properties. So let's finish the upgrade. Alright, so all the upgrades are done and our profit is 105, but if we just go out and maybe refresh this, or maybe it's 105 after the fact that we upgraded. No, it's 105 was the profit we had before the upgrade, and now it's at 129. With about 406 shares of that property. Now we can also upgrade these properties, and this is really expensive, 319 coins. Obviously we can't do that, we can't afford that. Maybe international transfer, and it's gonna cost 6 coins to upgrade this property. But the thing is, we bought this property for the sole purpose of flipping it, and we're just waiting for an opportunity. So for example, if there is a trend over here and we find a property that we are interested in, and it's listed at about 30 or 40% or maybe higher discounts, we'll sell the international transfer and Metropolitan Magistrate Court to get that money, which would be about 7 million. You can see 6.1 and 872, that's 7 million minus 20%, which would be 1.4 million. So we'll get about 5.6 million by selling those 2 properties to the bank, and we can use that money to buy the discounted property and then sell it again for another 10-20% profit. Depends on the discount what we get when we buy the property. So that's why we hold the international transfer and the Metropolitan Magistrate Court. Okay, so we are back in the game, and the paperwork for the property that we're trying to upgrade has finished, which was Venkatesh Dry Cleaners right over here. Now there's one thing that is to be noted here, is that we bought the outstanding shares that were in the market for this particular property at the price where this property is valued at around 4,500. So there's one more shareholder who holds 52 shares, and the worth of those shares is around 25,000. So the entire property is valued in the range of 480,000. But if we were to upgrade the property first and then go and buy the shares, you'll see that the value of the property doubles. So the value of the shares double, and we bought the outstanding shares last time for $100,000, but if we had done the upgrade first, we would have to pay $200,000 for the same shares. But the cost of the upgrade remains same. It was $530 before and it's $530 right now, so it doesn't change. So it's better to buy the shares first if you're going to try and upgrade the property, and then upgrade the property. So now let's just go ahead and upgrade this property. 530K is the cost of the upgrade, and the value of the property is gonna double. So let's just do that. So now the upgrade of that property has finished. Venkatesh Dry Cleaners is at level 2, as you can see with the icon that says 2 in the top right of the property card, and the value of the property is now 913. We can still go ahead and upgrade it for another 578 to level 3, where the value of the property will jump another 50%, I guess. 913 to 1.37 million is around 50%, somewhere in that range. So let's go ahead and do that as well. And it's going to take another minute to complete the upgrade, so let's just wait. Okay, so the upgrade to the property has finished. The property is now level 3, with an estimated revenue generation of about 282,000, with a valuation of about 1.3 million, and there are still 52 shares with this guy. So now if you go ahead and try to buy those shares, those are going to cost you 3 times. Previously was about 25,000, now it's about 75,000, because the value of the shares went up since the value of the property went up, and the number of the shares is the same. So that's it for this video. Let's go to the profile and see where our property valuation has now jumped from 18 million to 19 million, and we only need 662K worth of property to get to the next level. So if you liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video when it's out. And thank you for watching. Let's meet up in the next episode.